Is that better? Are we on? Is that better? Yeah, we are. Cool. Finally, good. That was, that caught me off guard at the last moment there. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. You know, it occurred to me after I finished last Thursday's stream, where I bumblefucked my way through the end of Gears of War, that I've never actually introduced myself. I mean, I know that the majority of people who actually watch this, or watch these videos and these streams, knows me personally, so I've never had a need to, but I suppose for those of you out there who don't know me, who happen to stumble across this madness, it might help to put a name to the voice, I suppose. Perhaps. So I think, starting from today, I will make that effort to say, good evening, my name is NJ Finch. People call me all sorts of things. Nathan Finch. What?
I'll be calling you my husband in nearly 3 days.
You will indeed.
I had to say that, fuck off.
I'm not against it, it's true, because you'll be my wife. I'll be calling you the missus. She didn't like that one. That was a mild grimace. But yes, that's me. People call me Finch a lot. And this is, the channel obviously is called TheTardisTent. So, yeah, if you ever want to address this thing, then you can obviously say, is Finch over at TheTardisTent? I will try to remember to actually include that. And of course, as you have heard, no trip, no stream is complete unless I am joined by my beloved soon-to-be wife, Pidge. Yeah. And our ever-annoying but always wonderful little beastie, Pee-Pee, who is currently a head in a blanket, staring out as if to say, what is going on? That is everyone involved in this madness. That is who we are. That is what we bring to the table. I hope that it will provide you with at least a modicum of entertainment. But that is what we aim for. And after that ramble, we are returning to the wonders of the Labyrinth, where we are slowly progressing our way. Hello, friend, how are you? Friend. Oh yeah. She's excited. She's telling you about their dress rehearsal.
No, she's just saying, looking forward to you both on the weekend, how are you feeling? Most like a nice relaxing week after a big day.
Hell
And
yeah.
then sent me a ring emoji and a cherish.
Very cute. Yeah, I was talking to Ursula earlier. He said that they did a dress rehearsal for trying out their fancies to make sure that they are as pretty as they're going to be.
Rebecca's offering to pick me up wine. Because I said I would like a glass of wine or champagne on the actual day before the ceremony, like everywhere does too. Relax me a little bit. Like, nothing too insane. I don't mean I'm getting tipsy before, I just mean
I'm going to get crunk.
like a wine, like a glass or two.
Just to make it a little bit easier.
Yeah.
Transition.
Like, there's nothing wrong with that as long as you're not like buzzed as you walk up the aisle. Like I think being buzzed before you're actually married and you're starting the ceremony is a bit weird.
As long as you can stand up straight,
Yeah.
walk yourself.
I just think that if I were tipsy, I would just be giggling all the time and like saying stupid shit and interrupting the officiant, and it would just be awkward. It would be funny for the guests, I'm sure, but my parents wouldn't be happy about it.
No, I can't imagine so.
And I'd be embarrassed on the day after.
But yes, we are but less than 4 days away.
Because it's almost 7 o'clock. So, yeah. So we don't, it's almost like 3 days away.
Hello. It's exciting times. As far as we now know, everything should be absolutely sorted. There we go. Had a couple of last minute chaotic bursts over the weekend, but otherwise we're done. Everything has arrived. Guests are all aware. We just gotta get there now. Oh, hello. Gotcha. So yeah, obviously as a result of the chaos that is coming this weekend, there won't be a that wasn't there before last time. Let them fight. Let them fight. Yeah, there won't be a Thursday stream. Because Thursday is going to be a day of many items. Which end is its head? There it is. That went terribly. Back into this. But life shall return to normal next week. Well, the new normal in which I am married.
Yeah.
Something that many, many people in my life never expected to happen. That's because they never knew that I would find someone so wonderful. You know, his head fell off. Excuse me. Been having a very hay fevery day today because it's been extra windy and rainy. The wind's been nuts today.
So weird for you friends to be ozone.
So weird for you.
So that for your friends to see ozone.
For some of them, yeah. Some of them have seen it more recently. Like, he and Sam used to play D&D together a couple of years ago. I think the biggest shock will be Murphy. Murphy is one that pretty much no one has seen in a long, long time.
When was the last time you saw him?
That's a very good question. Okay. No, I'm vaguely sure I saw him when I... Oh, wait, no, university was more than 10 years ago. Shit. Yeah, possibly. Possibly more than 10 years. So it will be wonderful to catch up with people.
I have never met Murphy, but he was one. Obviously.
And you'll also get to meet my colleagues, who are very excited to meet you.
Indeed. I have never met this guy.
And yes, you get to meet your father-in-law.
But he lives very far away, so it's kind of a bit difficult. Like, it's, I don't know if anyone's like watching outside of the UK, but he lives on the Isle of Wight, which is so far away. I've been there. Like, I used to live really close to it. Like, I lived in a town called Gosport, and I just would go on the ferry across to Portsmouth, and then I would take another ferry to go to the Isle of Wight. So I didn't really live that far away from it. but now it's like that's way at the bottom. Okay. So it's
I haven't been to the Isle of Wight since the early 90s, I'm pretty sure.
I haven't been since early 90s.
Why is this thing so tough?
It was nice though, but it's so incredibly small that like driving around there is hard. It's so what?
I've got to grab some cocodamol. Do you mind grabbing me a couple from my bag, please? Thank you. Foolishly used the last health items on the temp. Maybe still here. Maybe buy some more. I hope so. Yeah, those are for my lunch tomorrow. Here we go. Don't do drugs, kids. Medication.
Two of Nathan's best friends will be meeting
Oh, yes. Phoebe will be having adventures of her own.
Yeah.
She will be spending the day with a therapist, a doggy therapist.
Yeah, it's basically someone who helps like with socialization and like training and stuff like that. So she'll be coming to our flat while we're gone.
Yeah.
We'll be staying on the so hopefully she should be fine with them by then because they'll be staying overnight until Sunday. But Nathan will be here overnight for the Friday and leaving in the Saturday morning with everyone. So she should be fine.
Gotta buy the lantern.
That she should be fine if she's like spent the evening with them here with Nathan. So I'm hoping it should be okay.
I'm sure it will be fine.
Like even if she doesn't like them, she'll just be like hiding in the crate anyway.
Use. Ah, cool. Now I can see without the need for holding the Mons. Cool. Everything's red though. Very spooky. Let's try this again, shall we? Ooh, more. I actually expected money to be a bit more of a limited resource in this game, but obviously the fact that it randomly drops means that that's not the case. Gotta switch to me heavy thing hammer. Not you. There we go. Oh dear. Are you okay there? He's not having a good time. Is there a way of switching weapons without going into the thingy input? Sprint, crouch, parry, attack, inventory, talisman, kick, torch. No, there's not. Okay. Then again, keep forgetting about the talismans. Let's. What? Right. Zocha 10 lends his aid by slamming his fist into the ground, knocking back all evildoers. Cures your body of ailments. Blessing of Ashuku Nyorai. Helps to quell the anger of whoever his wisdom touches. Call upon the grace of Yakushi Buddha to mend light. Oh, okay, so that's a heal. Okay, I forgot about you. Poor form. Poor form. His head went. And that's how talismans work. That's good to know.
I'm so excited to meet Rebecca.
Hell yeah, I'm so excited to have you meet Rebecca.
Because that's my hype man for
Hell yeah. If anyone has stood by me in my choices to be with you and believed in sanctity and the power of our love, it was her. And she was right every step of the way.
Yeah, we haven't met before. Like, we've tried to, like, organize stuff, but things just kept coming up again in the way, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Because the plan was to meet, like, months before the wedding and hang out.
But what will follow will be a lifetime of better, fun times. Opportunities taken and spent. Which is a good lesson for you all. Spend time with your loved ones, kids. Ain't nothing wrong with a little bit of time. Alright, bring it on, you. It attacks us so constantly. I have no stamina. Fuck. I also just remembered I had a health item. Damn! And my nose going, no, don't use the health item, we only got one left. How is this the hardest enemy in the game? Shrine. Hello. It was not me, it was the one-arm button. Whose head fell off? Give me your money. Give me your fucking money. Oh look, they're playing. Is this how sex works? Involved in a chair, right? And a stick. Ah! Sneaking up behind me. Yeah, that's right. You too. Why?
I said, did you want, like, anything to free transport or something? She said, no, I'm giving out something.
Oh, yeah, I could have done that. That was planned out ages ago. Like we discussed that last time we were around there.
Yeah, because she said that I'm bringing my piping bag, and if anything happens, I'll be pairing it before anyone fucking sees it.
Yeah, basically.
Like, it helps because, like, I know she will, like, try her very best to make sure it's in good condition before the actual stuff. So, like, it helps to know that she's, like, pretty much
Don't be saying that around Mum.
They take it all for the guests, really, but I think what's more important to me is just, like, having, like, a cute little cutting in the cake with Nathan and just getting, like, a little picture.
Which we will be doing. We've got some custom cake knives sorted.
And they're all cute.
Hell yeah.
That'd be cool. I was so nervous when she was going. But like, and she said,
She was pretty quick, as I recall.
Well, they just kind of dip back.
Sorry?
She said that she was with her dad and stepdad, and like, so I was surprised she said
No, they probably expected it. Don't know why I'm struggling with this so much again. I think I've lost my rhythm. Oh yeah, I know you're coming. Let me get past. Thank you. Please just crush the head. Why? Why? Why is it not doing the thing it's supposed to do? Fuck. Didn't have to close the nose, but I did. Why am I so fucking out of this tonight? Okay, I'm running. Just gonna make it to the door. You can go away too. And you. Yeah, no worries. We'll do that from now on. Kick him in the balls. There we go. Finally, Jesus. Hopefully I will stop being bad at the game now. Let's see what we got. Pick up mons and mushrooms. Oh no, 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 no. Why? Not you. Ah, no. Invincible creatures and dog things and all sorts happening again. Is there any way of unjamming the door? Nope, I've always got to go the long way around. Okay, fine. Thank you. I hope so. What's past here? Anything I can do? No! Okay, you're already dead. That's fine. No, I didn't. It must have gone back outside.
I don't think so.
Why would you not think that?
Because I saw it fall into the end of the crack and I was
Well,
like a toaster or something.
Well, I threw everything away and cleaned the counter, so... Probably gone.
He's making me laugh.
Laughing at my fight. Where are we now? We've gotten somewhere else entirely. So we went it through... we're down here. Are we? Yes. If we ran down there, up here, down here. Here we are. Spooky, spooky. Part of me has always wanted to go and explore one of these old, like large Japanese manor buildings or whatever, but I've also played a lot of spooky Japanese horror games that take place in them, and it makes me think, no, I don't want to do that. What about you? Would you ever want to go and explore these kinds of places? Oh, I don't mean like a specifically spooky one. Or just like a regular big manor or whatever.
Maybe.
I've not had anything to... I've not found any offerings. Door. There's a door. I'm assuming this door leads over here. Excuse me. Yes, just like I thought. Ginseng tea. Now I can open this, and I won't have to go the other way again. Remove the bim bamboo. Kill. So also on my list of pre-wedding preps, I've been trying to break in my fancy boots, ready for the day, and as a result I now have blisters.
Slightly off topic.
I will.
No,
I do. I will.
I'm not gonna say
Man. Strange growth prevents me from opening the chest. Can use. Do I still have some salt? Use the salt. What? Is it a different kind of growth? Ooh. Weird. Where am I right now? There's no map. Okay. That's good to know. It's good to know I'm not allowed to know. Huh. Wait, no, that's part of the structure. Yeah, that's different. Well, that's not ominous as fuck. No. Bug. Okay. Let's see what's inside the big scary... Oh. Okay, this is a boss. This is a boss that's got a health bar and everything. Uber me. Why are your arms so long? Oh, I was dying. Well, I guess we found the first demon lore thingy. from which we have to get a burden. Maybe it might be a good idea to equip a talisman. Oh, it just goes right back in, huh? Ah! What's wrong with your face? Maybe I should have done that. Ah. I thought I had healed. I did not. Do you know what this might be time for? Let's try out the bow, since I haven't used it yet. Oh wow. That's actually pretty effective. As is this strategy, okay. This might be bullshit. Oops. Did I just cheese that? Nope. Hey. Oh, okay. Damn. I was onto a winning strategy there. I'm assuming there's my arrow gone now. I'm not going to That's a bummer. Yeah, I've only got 3 left. Shit. This music, though mildly terrifying, is actually kind of cool. Very reminiscent of what a Kiwi Yammer would fits very well in any sound. Oh, what? Why didn't I heal? Am I out of health items? Shit. I think I might be out of health items. I am. Oh, God. Oh, God, damn it. This is close enough to the cat, isn't it? I can buy some more. Yeah, assuming I even have enough money, which I don't think I do. 150, I can buy a couple. Okay. Door can now be opened. Oops. We gonna book it to the cat. Book it to the cat. Hello. Bye bye. Got any muns for me? Nope. Okay. What do you have for sale? try some more arrows. Damn, can't find mushroom. Okay. We're doing this mushroomness. I suppose I could try and farm it in the money, but I don't trust my skill. Truth be told, I don't believe in myself. That's right. We're gonna try it as we are. Gonna give it a go. Give it a try. See what we can do. Hello. Wait, what? How am I? Did I not just buy arrows? Oh, I bought one arrow. Fuck. I'm an idiot. For some reason, I thought it meant 50 ones or 5 arrows. What actually meant was 50 ones, and I only had 5 arrows. I'm gonna run around like a madman. Yeah. Scary lady. A little bit. Oh. I'm bleeding. Shit. Very much trouble. Yep. Saw that coming. I was feeling optimistic. And then I wished. Got my good luck with me.
What?
Said I've got my good luck with me, referring to you.
Yeah.
And the pee-pee. God love pee-pee. Oh yeah, I forgot I had no health items. God, I'm so bad at this. Is the sword any faster? Spud 1, Spud 2, Spud 2, but more damage. Big damage and big stum. Slow spud. No, this is the best. Left, left, left. Left, left, left. What's F? Heavy, obviously being a hold. That's heavy. Try a basic strategy of leap in, attack, retreat, leap in, attack. Attack. Kick. Such range. She does have great range. This is trading blows. I mean, I suppose if it works. Oh, that was the first boss. I guess. What just happened? Was that a crocodile? Did I just see a crocodile, or was I seeing things? Ooh. The belongings of one now gone. Take them. Wooden coin red. Armory key. Wrong thing. Wooden coin has a red picture of a chrysanthemum. Key to the first tower armory. Where is the armory? This is the armory. Stuff! A Shirikodama! Armor! Suit of armor sits here. Sake. Ginseng. Ritual incense. Hooray! And what's this? Hooray! It's a strange gem. We now have all 4 strange gems. Kick these boxes. Nothing. Oh, yeah, kick these. Mons. Ah! Beast. Oh. Mon. Hell yeah. And, oh, I'm almost missed another ginseng tea. Anything else in this trove of wonders? What's this new armor we got? Hero's Kabuto. Headgear worn by a samurai. This looks familiar. Upper armor for the chest. I've seen something similar in a woodblock painting of my favorite hero. Lower armor for a set of samurai gear. There was a painting I loved in my childhood that featured something similar. Interesting. Can't see how cool I am, but I'm cooler. About 20% more cool. Rest assured. Now, is there any way of fungus? Oh yeah, no, that's why. By blind salt, the mass of flesh burns away. I guess I was just clicking on the wrong thing. What's inside? The mass removed, you can now open the cabinet. It's a dowel handle! Fuck yeah! I can go... Oh, that probably would have been a good thing to have had earlier, actually. So I've got a dowel blade combined with a dowel handle. Yeah, that would have been better to have had. I'm a dumbass. Although maybe not, because that is quite slow. Talisman up. Now I want to offer I want to pray. Then I want to offer because I want to see how much more health do I get. 5. Five stamina is way more impressive than 5 health, I think. Right, so now we need to make our way back downstairs. We're gonna come in here, down there. Take that down there. And then we'll be exactly where we need to be. Cool. Heal. All monsters, stay away. I do not have time to play with you. That includes you, sausage. So now we go down this corridor, right, then right. Nothing new will pop out. Well, I mean, that's not new. So it can pop out, I suppose. This way. Yes. Now, ladies and gentlemen, do you remember the story? Already going to get me. You two have a little go at each other. While I... Where's the door gone? Oh! No. No. Right. Notes. Boots Sudan, Diary Scrap, Soldiers, Captain's Log, Memorial Tablet. So black in the north, white in the west, red in the south, so black, white, red. Yes, the black one. That one will be white. Oh, fuck, no, put it back. Under the most stringent of No, fuck. You gotta stop doing that. It's getting close. Oh god, I can see it. It's affecting me. I can smell it. Oh! Hello, with its smelly aura. They're still going at it, huh? Red.
So, has anyone watched the like modern movies? Because they're awesome, by the way.
I'm sure there's bound to be 5 or 6.
The production is awesome.
They were enormously popular when they came out, and for good reason.
Part 1 is like 8 years old.
Sorry, I missed what you said because there was nothing else.
Part 1 is already 8 years old. Part 2 is...
Yeah.
But I didn't finish watching Part 2. I've already seen it with Nathan before. We really liked it. But I was rewatching it again today. And I didn't appreciate just how good the acting is. What's his name? Was it Bill Skarsgård or is it a different?
Bill Skarsgård.
Like, he's a great actor. Like, I'm sure everyone knows this, but like his micro facial expressions with like a shit ton of like fucking clown makeup is amazing to me. Like, obviously his face is expressive already, but it's impressive how he can easily tone it down to like be like a very subtle thing that you wouldn't actually notice unless you were looking for it. Like, because I showed Nathan this clip that I've always liked in Part 2 where it's the little girl's at this, I think it's a baseball game at night with her mum, and she wanders off and she comes across Pennywise like underneath the stands, and he's talking to her and he says that he's her friend, like he's in the darkness so you can only see his face, and like she says, well, if you were my friend, why are you hiding in the dark? And he just stares at her and like he's just like dead eye staring at her, and like his mouth like very slightly turns down because he's just like, oh fuck, it's smart. It's just him and Buster.
Damn it.
It's
Outlogicked by a child.
It's just so funny, like he doesn't say anything, but like the very slight change in expression is basically just him being annoyed and being confused by her behavior, because like 27 years previously, kids were a lot more gullible and didn't really like say stuff like that because they weren't taught to like think about it.
Yeah, far less wary.
And besides, like the original like story of it was set in like the mid-50s anyway, so it's like when you think about it in those cases, people in like especially children just not like they didn't know about, you know, strangers. People in general, like even adults, were just a lot more like innocent and didn't really.
What the fuck?
If you full on.
Oh god, it's got projectiles inside. Ah!
If you were like middle class or whatever, and you lived in a nice street with like nice neighbors, and you were never gonna get like robbed, and you weren't gonna have like kidnapped children, and kids weren't gonna get murdered and shit. So.
At least that was the hope.
Yeah, like people just weren't like thinking the way we do now. So even with that, with like the original setting of the story, it means that like he would be like, why the fuck are the kids saying this now? I'm confused. Because obviously every time that he's been in, like kids are just gullible and will just like not say things like that. So like. In Part 2, it's set during modern times, so like 2016, 2017, something like that.
Where are we? Oh, no map.
So it's a lot different. Like, I find it impressive how their interpretation of modern Pennywise is still like really fucking scary, but like also at the same time. It's really interesting.
Oh. Okay, so that's good to know. It explodes.
Because I remember when we first got I was playing first sound like Tim Curry, because everyone knows the Tim Curry performance, like everyone is aware of it and all that. And like it's not as if I would have blamed him, I would have like let go of it. People just always try and sound like Pennywise, but it's like, yeah, that's Pennywise. It's actually quite impressive.
Yeah, he does manage to make it his own thing, while still obviously channeling some of what made it so good. Because I mean, the Tim Curry I was going to say this earlier, but obviously work, so distractions. The Tim Curry version of him was very cartoonish because they were obviously making it for TV, so it wasn't going to be quite as horrifying as, you know, a full-blown movie would eventually become. And B, they were really leaning into, like, the clown aspect, which is kind of what led to a lot of, like, misinterpretations with regards to, like, the story of it. Because obviously the Tim Curry performance is so iconic that for a very long time, a lot of people never actually experienced the book. So to them, they just always saw Pennywise as being just a clown. I mean, obviously Pennywise itself is the clown aspect of what it is. But it always just, like, the 1990 miniseries was basically what made it be like, it is a killer clown. When obviously that is not the case. It's far weirder than any of that. So that performance just became, you know, the concept of what it was supposed to be. And I think while he's not 100% the reason, it was that performance that became the sort of like impetus that led to like the development of like coulrophobia and like a much wider hysteria and the sort of slow destruction of society's acceptance of clowns. Because obviously for a very long time clowns were just, well, clowns, just funny dudes doing funny shit to people. So I will partially agree and partially disagree. Obviously, yes, it does exist as a fear. Every fear does exist. Like, there are people who genuinely have those fears. But I agree that I think the mass popularization of it has made it much more of a common thing than it actually is. People being afraid of clowns when they're not actually afraid of clowns. They just think they should be afraid of clowns. It's the same as that whole, like, the moist thing, when everyone suddenly started deciding that the word moist was evil and disgusting. Like, it's not. It's just a word. But the internet allowed people to go, oh, I don't like the word moist, and suddenly you had a whole subset of people who just randomly decided that's yeah, I hate that word. It makes me feel uncomfortable every time I hear it. Like, it doesn't for 96, 97% of you. You just say it because everyone else says it.
I feel the same way about when people suddenly started fearing the holes. That trypophobia.
Oh, that again, another one that's like that has come from the internet, or from it's a meme. It's that from me. It's the mass proliferation of like. Wait for what killed me. Interesting. It's a mass proliferation of a concept that everyone's just picking up because everyone else is afraid of this, so I should be too. And yeah, I think that for the most part, you've got I think it came from three main sources from the early 90s. Obviously, Stephen King in terms of like the It miniseries. The book, not so much, because obviously it is scary, but in the book it focuses much more, as you know, on the various forms that it takes, not just Pennywise. But the other two sources are The Simpsons and Rugrats. Because if you recall, there's an episode of The Simpsons where Bart is like afraid of clowns. With the notorious phrase, can't sleep, clown will eat me. And in Rugrats, Chucky was notoriously afraid of clowns.
Yeah.
So these things, I think, influenced particularly our generation when we were watching them from an earlier... Sorry. Where did that thing fall? When we were watching them from an earlier age, they were sort of part of our own zeitgeist, and as a result led to down there. So here, interesting. Yeah, so those things influenced people of our generation to make it so that it became something far more common than it probably actually is. Which again, does not in any way, shape or form change the fact that there are people who actually have those fears. It would be foolish to say that no one actually has them, because where did the concept even come from? We have like phobias are by their nature irrational, so sometimes they come from places that do make no sense whatsoever. As you and I both know, we both have phobias. I'm not going to say what they are, but we have them, and they and they don't make sense when you really stop and think about them. But that's fine, because you know, they exist and they happen. I can't explain why I have the fears I have.
The thing is though, so like I've always heard of people being afraid of like, you know, general stuff like certain kinds of animals and heights and, you know, swimming and things like that.
Yeah.
So like that's always been something I've come across with like multiple different kinds of people like from different age groups at the time. But something like clowns and holes is just not like that. If like I know it's real, but I feel like those things are extremely rare. People are genuinely like afraid of them.
Yeah.
With the holes thing, I do find certain like images gross and weird, but the thing is, the ones that are typically like made that way on purpose to make you think that it's all like holes and like I guess sheets and stuff like that. And, like images that tend to circulate are like designed in a way that's particularly disgusting looking on purpose.
Yeah.
Whereas like general pictures of like holes, really small holes in like a concentrated area are just not gonna bother the majority of people. Like something that looks like an inferior or something kind of weird with like eyes or something.
Weird.
It's like obviously gonna make me think, yeah, that's gross because they look like blackheads or something, but it's not like I'm actually afraid of the image.
Yeah.
So like I have never come across a person in real life who is not like obsessed with the internet who says they have a phobia of holes or a phobia of clowns and is genuinely serious when they say that. Like they might feel a bit uneasy about clowns in general because sometimes clown designs can be weird or creepy and stuff.
Yeah. But
like they won't be like fucking freaked out and like panicking and having like freaking out and panting and like wanting their tail.
Yeah, they're not gonna have like a proper fear response.
Yeah, which is like what a phobia is supposed to be, and like I think for most people, like the majority of people, they don't really fear either of those things. Like, so I feel like people who say that they have those fears are most likely just lying when they think they genuinely do, because they've been conditioned to find those things creepy because of media, but don't actually give a shit, really. Like, I remember when there was like that influx of like creepy clown videos where there would be like pranks.
2015.
Yeah, there would be like pranks in like garages and stuff of like just dudes dressed in like creepy clown outfits and try to like chase people.
Nice.
Like, and those things did scare me when I was looking at them. But the thing is that the clown designs are intentionally supposed to be really fucking scary looking with the mask and shit. It's not unlike covered costumes. It's not like they're just a general like, you know, cute clown outfit or anything that scares people. It's something that is like generally a horror sort of like design that will scare most people just because they don't know if it's just a joke. I feel like if it was just like even like a werewolf or a vampire costume, people would still be freaked out because they're in like an area where they like don't have anything to see a person in the distance like holding a weapon who is dressed in a costume that is about to attack them, or they think that so obviously they're gonna be scared of that. It's not the clown costume that bothers them though.
Yeah, but the point is that when something is designed to be scary, being scared of it is not irrational.
Yeah.
Like, that stops... Ooh, a tea house. Hey, I found a tea house. Hooray. Maybe I should check it out. Yeah, if you're meant to be scared of something, then it's obviously not going to be a phobia, because a phobia is the irrational fear of something.
Yeah.
You're afraid of something that you have no reason to be afraid of. Bathhouse courtyard. Is this the right way? Is this the tea house? So yeah, like someone wearing a scary clown outfit covered in blood with a freaky distorted mask and a knife. If you're scared of that, that's normal. Like, that's not a phobic response. That is, this dude is trying to be threatening and trying to scare me, and I am reacting accordingly.
Yeah.
So, like, that aspect of it, again, sort of, oh, interesting.
It's weird because I do have a phobia of like ghosts and ghouls and like specters and things. But the interesting thing is that they're not, well, as far as I'm aware, they're not actually real. At least if they are, I've never come across one in real life, right? But in video games, because I've been replaying Witcher 3, and I get really scared when I have to fight like the race and all that because they really fucking creep me out. And like I do get really nervous and my heart starts to race when I come across them and I jump every time they sort of in the same way that I would, it's just a general like bug or something like that. And like I do think it's interesting that I'm afraid of them because a lot of people find like ghosts in video games is stupid to me. But I generally am like afraid of stuff like that, like phantoms and all that. I really avoid like actual ghost movies and like poltergeist stuff because it actually generally just terrifies me and it's just too much. Like I don't mind being scared in a movie, but like I won't watch a movie that has like an actual like phobia for me, like bugs or spiders and stuff like that. Or
Sorry to interrupt, but I must quickly run to the toilet, so I will be back.
okay.
And let me escape. I need to pee. Whew, she really is stinky.
I know.
Anyway, sorry about that. Yes, fear of ghouls and ghosts and phantoms.
Yeah, like I like watching the It movies because I'm generally not terrified of clowns, so I don't give a shit. But like I don't watch horror movies that have things that I'm like I have an actual phobia of because I can't deal with it because it like ventures into something that feels just too realistic to me because it's not. Because like it's an irrational fear, so I'm just like panicking, which isn't fun to like feel when I'm just trying to watch a movie. But if I'm watching a movie that has like scary stuff in it that makes me jump occasionally, or I just think, oh, that's creepy, then that's fine. Which is like most horror movies, but I will not watch any ghosts like phantom shit or anything about spiders or bugs or anything like that because I just can't do it.
It's hooray.
I'm like, I don't really know why I'm scared of like phantoms and ghosts and like spirits and everything because, again, like, as far as I'm aware, they're not real and I've never seen or experienced one. But, I don't know, I just really don't like it. I always hate that in video games, so, yeah.
Itchy. Where's this tea house? This doesn't look like a tea house. Ooh, is that another incense? Pick it up. Pick it. Yeah! More incense. No incense for ages, and then two come out at once. It's just like a bus. Castle corridor. So I'm guessing this is not. So yeah, fears are interesting. Like, I have a surprising number of like pedestal inscription. A pedestal with four circular indentations. Smells a little of charcoal. There's an inscription carved on the front of the pedestal that says, "Shed yourself from your burdens. Enlightenment shall follow." Ah, interesting. There's an empty socket with a space for a circular object. I'm gonna guess that's what these are for. Painting depicts Dainichi Nyorai, one of the 5 wisdom Buddhas. Yes. I see. So this is so that we can get in to fight the Demon King. Okay. We getting somewhere now.
Can I have a peanut cup?
Yes.
She just looked at me when I
Peanut cup. Oh, she looked at me too. Oh, I forgot to tell you a pony story from earlier. So, the babies are having some adventures already. I forget which one, but one of the pony babies, decided to go over and annoy one of the new mothers. I think it was the one who isn't the mother of the pony. She went over to go bother. Oh yeah, it was the female, the second new pony. The second one. Either way, the female foal, this whole big enough for a human to climb into, decided to go and bother one of the mothers. And the mother did a Rocky. Grabbed it by the back of its mane. There it is. Found the teeth. Grabbed it by the back of its mane and threw it across the yard.
So they're in packs like this, or
They are. Were you just moving? I didn't think so. Did you listen to anything I just said?
no.
Because I was talking directly to you.
Sorry, I didn't realize.
I said I was telling you a pony story.
Can I have the white ones?
I have one of them.
What about the little egg?
Do you want the little egg? Do you want the little egg?
If I say yeah, does that mean I can't have one?
You can have one white cup and then one. And listen to the story that I know you want to hear. Right. So I said, the ponies, the new foals, one of the new foals is already having adventures. Because the female foal, the filly, she went to go and bother the male, the colt's mother, and the colt's mother was not interested in being bothered, which resulted in the mother doing a Rocky.
Doing the Rocky, I heard you.
Yeah.
What was the baby called?
They haven't been named yet. Still haven't been named. Yeah. She literally picked it up by its mane and threw it across the yard.
That's funny.
And Selena was like, "Oh fuck, no! Why are you doing this?" Oh, this is the training room. Yeah. So she went over to go and make sure that the filly was okay, and sure enough, it was totally fine because it's resilient. But she was worried for a little while.
Training is hard.
Yeah, it is. So then, throughout the course of the day, she would go down. Come on, come on. There it is. Oh. Oh no, I have too many ginseng teas. Why am I suddenly in a position where I've got too many health items? That's bollocks. Yeah, so the baby's already getting thrown across the yard. Which is lovely. Hello! Hey buddy, good to see you again. Ha! Didn't think you'd make it this far, so good job, buddy. Itchy foot. Itchy foot. Rocky, for anyone listening. Me and the wife made up, so I'll be sticking around here for a while. If you want to fix up anything, let me know. Can you improve my... Yeah, no problem. I want you to improve my naginata. And also my new armors. I got a trophy for that.
Probably no one likes Reese's.
Reese's Pieces. I love Reese's. Yeah, I was at work earlier today. You know this story, obviously. I was at work earlier today, and I went to go to the toilet, and when I came back, there was just a Reese's Easter egg on my desk. And my boss goes, "Don't worry, I'll explain that in a minute," and then gets into a phone argument with someone. So it takes forever before she finally explains why there is a Reese's Pieces egg on my desk. Turns out it was just sat in her mum's kitchen, and she was like, "No one was going to eat it because I don't know anyone other than you who likes this stuff." So she gave it to me, and I brought it home, and now I'm sharing it with my beloved. Hello. Ah, you made it, hee. Welcome to my little tea house, traveler. Would you like some potions? There's some waiting for you on the table over there. If you're looking to purchase, I have many fine things for sale. May I have some tea? Sure, there's some complimentary tea sitting on the table. To prepare it, first add 2 scoops of matcha to the chawan, then pour in some boiling water and whisk it all together. And that's it. Some nice refreshing tea for you to enjoy on the house. What do you have for sale? Have a look. I've got the lantern, I've got the hand axe. A royal katana. For way more than I've got. A gun! Wow, a gun! Maiden's naginata. Shirokidama. Ritual incense. Nice. You can just buy so many more cool shits. Ginseng tea, mushroom pouch, dirty bandages. Cool. This is much better than what you were offering me inside the thingy, the tower. So I need to actually do this by hand, huh? Do I? Oops. I've actually got one of these ritual tea sets. I really need to get it and use it. Pretty sure we brought it with us.
What?
My tea set. I've got one of these ritual tea sets.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we did.
Because Rebecca gave it to me. Because I love matcha. I made some tea.
I'm gonna be honest, I honestly think that's it.
Tastes good.
Like it tastes okay, but
It just fits my tastes.
it's so fresh.
Yeah, I like grass. I'm a grass Pokemon, remember?
Like a cow.
Yeah, I'm a cow puppy grass Pokemon. How do I leave them? Nice. And now I shall pray. This is super cool. Now I've got an upgraded Naginata and some upgraded armor. And I know where to come when I want more upgraded shit. It's all good. Now we can go on to the next place. There is a hole. It is big enough to climb through. Actually, I'm kind of excited about getting to Silent Hill 4. That was a Silent Hill 4 reference. I need to do the others first. Obviously.
Yeah, I would kind of consider having it as an option for our wedding menu. I would have chosen.
Terracotta. Terracotta latte.
I actually had panna cotta for the first time earlier this year, and it blew my fucking mind.
You know, when you were saying that, my mind was going, why would panna cotta be a part of the menu? It's a Christmas dish, because I thought you meant panettone,
Oh,
but I was wrong.
panettone is also delicious, though.
Yes. Don't worry, I will take you to... What? Whoa, there is color in this map. Water control room. Oh, it's a bathhouse, duh. The lamentation of their women. It's my... Oh, talisman. Get over the bed, please. Talisman. Door is jammed. So can I? Well, I thought I could destroy that because I thought I broke it earlier, but I did not. What's this? Is this bullets? What's this? Mons. And a shrine. Tower of repetition no more. Tower of lamentation of their women. The tears of their children. What the Losaki. Ah! Oh god, that one's even bigger than the... Oof. Where even am I? Oh, I'm in this corridor. So I'm about to go into a green room. From there I thought that barrel was something ominous. Antidote. I'm full of antidotes. I'm full of hot dog. Full of burgers. Give me a hot dog. Shirikatama. Ew. Looks like nobody's cleaned this place out in a while. Ew. What's this? Oh, it's where the water comes. I see you. Fucking bug sneaking up on me like that. Ah, and another one. Fair warning, Beb, do not look at the screen in the moment. There are bugs.
Okay, thank you.
They're big and scary. No, he's back. Oh, God. What is this? Some sort of gecko? Oh. It's breathing at me. Stop breathing at me, you creep. Okay, this water. Ah! That water is too deep. And it's trying to keep up above in its head instead of going under. Stop breathing at me, you creep. Bug. Dude, you look slightly different. You look even worse than the other one. Ugh. Oh, what the fuck? This place is disgusting. I like this weapon though. This is a good weapon. Go away, you pimply fuck. Yes.
Why is the pan that we had food in so like buttery looking? Did the sauces separate?
Well, yeah, because it was. Because where I was reheating the pork, the pork fat was mixing into it, so it was separating from the cream.
Sorry.
No, that's right. It was good. I liked the
It
flavor.
still tasted really good.
It's the point. If you cook it more, then the juices will mix together to make a delicious sauce. Research volume number 5, Akaname. I'm very disappointed to learn Akaname are found even in this place. Disgusting creatures that like to lick filth that collects in bathtubs and bathrooms. Jesus Christ, Japan. In our realm, they are normally harmless, but very disgusting. Here, though, they use their long tongues as a weapon and spit globs of filth at the prey they hunt. Just avoid them. There's nothing to gain by encountering one of these. Judgmental much? Come on. You gotta learn to leave me alone. Normalize leaving me the fuck alone. What is this? I want it. I want it. I want it. Gimme. He's coming. Come on. Ah! Fuck. Please tell me he cannot follow me in here. I do not wish to be followed. Now where am I? I'm in here. Okay. What was that noise? What was that noise? A yellow gem wheel. Hell of Crushing Assembly. It's an old scroll containing a description of one of the 8 great hells. Many punishments await the murderers, thieves, and adulterers sent to this realm. Sometimes the sinner is tied to a large rock, while another large rock is placed above them. The rock is slowly lowered, crushing the sinner. Unable to die, they feel everything. Other times, the sinner will find themselves in a forest of trees where the branches are sword blades. They look to the tops of the trees to see what the one they love. They climb the trees, slicing and mangling their flesh. When they reach the top, their lover will not be there, but upon the ground. They climb back down, and this repeats over and over. That is indeed a hell.
You know what I just realized about like wedding invitations is literally just let's see all elements.
Yeah?
I never thought about it when we're putting it together, but it's literally just like showing off like different font choices and like lettering and layout.
What have I been using? If not the sake. Oh, I've been using... Huh. Matcha. Oh. Cool. Yeah, I mean, well, we actually kind of did that, didn't we? Because I found the invitation to another wedding that we could compare it against. Mushroom. Mushroom pouch. Research volume number 6, New Pepepo. New Pepepo. I noticed a horrifying odor coming from behind this door. I believe it houses a new Pepepo. A disgusting blob of flesh that wanders the grounds of old temples and feeds on the fat of the dead using a large needle. They are usually harmless if encountered. If you do decide to do battle with one, you'll find any blunt weapons to simply bounce off its fat body. To harm the creature, you'll need a sharp blade or pointy stick. Despite its disgusting odor, it's said if you eat its flesh, you'll be granted eternal youth. Interesting, but there's no need for that gift in this realm, so I shall leave it be. It just described blue. I knew you were waiting for that. Too fat, look at this. Did you let Mum know that that's what you're going to do?
Yeah, she's fine.
Yeah, I thought so.
I knew she would be, I just
Yeah, that's what I figured too.
And she's fine with me. She said she was just going to leave them alone because they're getting really good at just behaving because Poppy was left for like an hour and a half when they went out one week and she didn't go a mess somehow, so...
Hell yeah.
And there was no pee or anything, she was just well behaved.
She could go. But at the same time, ain't nothing wrong with letting you go away and look after me.
I did say to her, I just miss the dogs. Like,
yeah, no.
I know they're fine to, I said to her, I know they're fine to be on their own now, but like, I miss the dogs, I just want to hang out with them for a few hours.
Yeah, absolutely. What color is that meant to be? So I'm guessing red? Red? Oh. It's at times like this that my color blindness really shows through. Is that red or orange, babe? This thing in the middle here.
Just like the whole object?
Oh, there's like a dome at the top there.
Pretty sure it's red.
Right, okay, so what color is this?
Green?
Green is possible.
I can't really tell because it's so pixelated, it's just really dull coloring.
Oh, that's red.
Yeah, that's red.
So that must be orange.
That can't...
That must be orange. And then
looks
I would not have guessed that was green.
The orange and red ones look exactly the same to me.
And that's yellow. Yeah, no, I definitely would not have got that as being green.
It looks green, but I also would have thought maybe it's like a dull yellow. It's hard to...
And then that one's white. Okay.
Yeah.
Because obviously these individual things, these obviously correspond to these coloured baths. So I've turned the yellow one.
It needs to be way more clear if they update the game because it's too, they're too dull for me to really fucking tell.
If someone with only mild levels of colour blindness is struggling that bad, someone who is actually properly colourblind is also going to be in trouble.
And I'm not colourblind at all, and I was just like, I don't know.
Oh, here he comes. Right, so I am currently here. The white one, the orange one. The yellow one. Yeah. Don't stop at me like that, weirdo. Yeah, so that's definitely the other one. So, did a thing happen? Or not?
I think tomorrow's your last day at work as an unmarried man.
I know, right? I think
Unless
I
you're
feel.
single man, but you're not.
Legally, I'm single, but I'm
Yeah.
not actually single.
Like in the government sense, like you can put cohabiting, but it's not really like seen as like a full-on relationship to the government. I think it's more just like a state of being. I think.
Basically, what they mean by that question is, if they look for a wedding certificate, will they find one? And the answer, until Saturday, is no. But then after Saturday, it's yes.
Yeah, like, because whenever I put stuff on, like, documents, it says single or cohabiting or married or, like, divorced. And I'm like,
Oh.
cohabiting sounds like such a really kind of strange word to describe, like, an almost 8-year relationship.
Yeah.
With, like, the first man I've ever been in love with. Like, it seems like such a strange descriptor. I'm just like, yeah, we live together, but they make it sound as if we're fucking roommates.
You are my roommate.
No,
You're my
I'm
roomie.
not.
You're my roomie.
It just seems weird. I'm like, we're
You're my
not
buddy.
married, but like, it's not like just a regular like 1 or 6 month relationship where we decided to move in together.
Yeah.
Because like cohabiting could just mean like to 2 people who have just like met like within like a week and just randomly decided to move in together because they like each other that much, and they could just put cohabiting, and it's just like, how is that the same thing as what we have? Like, I don't really see it as comparable, even though that is the same thing in like a literal sense. And maybe that's just me sounding stuck up, but I'm just like, I don't really see it as the same, I suppose.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's stuck up. It is interesting though, because like if you look at my paternal grandparents, like they're not married and haven't been for the last like 40 years, but they've lived together. And what the fuck? They're rats.
Like documents and stuff, and it's like, how the fuck does that describe an almost 40-year relationship? Like, it doesn't to me. Because married means, like, even if you've just been married for a week, in comparison to someone who's been married like 10 years, like, yeah, there is a difference because of the length of time. But you've also taken the exact same commitment as such. Like, you both like said vows to each other and exchange rings and, you know, stuff like that, right? Where you've like legally declared your love and your relationship to people, right? To people who you may or not know, like if it's just random witnesses or something. And like, so you both have done the same thing. And like, yeah, someone who has moved in together like for a week, or someone who's moved in together after being together 40 years is doing the same thing too. But like, I just feel it's a different thing, I suppose. Like, I don't think it can be compared to someone who's only known each other a week and someone who's been together 40 years. I don't know, I just find it odd. But
It is odd, but obviously it's a matter of bureaucracy. It's just, I hear you freaks. Hello. It's the government trying to like determine how they should treat certain people in a legal sense. It's obviously, like we've been discussing, a married couple will have certain rights that an unmarried couple won't. There's certain support that the government will instantly give if you've got a marriage certificate compared to if you've just spent the last 40 years living together. Obviously it kind of sucks, but at the same time it's obviously intended to protect the rights of people in those situations.
So I know this is likely a very controversial thing to say, right? But in my opinion, if you are planning to stay with someone and, for example, even if you don't have kids with them, but like you're sharing your life together and you're thinking of like, I don't know, like your life together quite intertwined, for example, in some form. Like maybe you share, like you have, you bought a house together and you're not married or something. or like you put each other down as like next of kin if something happens to one or the other. But here's the thing, though. The thing is that you should get married if your relationship is you see each other as being important enough that you put each other down as kin, or like you're buying a house, or like you're choosing to be with them, or because at least in the UK, you will not have the same rights to like access someone in the hospital who you're in a relationship with if you are not married to them, for example. Like, my cousin has been with his girlfriend for a long time and they have a child together, for example. She very recently was quite sick and she was in the hospital. She's coming to our wedding, so she's okay enough to go. But she was, a few months ago, she was in the hospital. And what happened was, my cousin is down as her next of kin, but because they're not married, when stuff like legal documents and all that, and her paperwork and all that stuff was given over to her parents instead of him, and he was not allowed that much access to see her in the hospital because they're unmarried, and he also had no way of proving they were in a relationship because they haven't bought a house together, but even if they did, that wouldn't mean enough. It could just mean anything. So the government at least. So like he didn't really have much rights to her, even though they had been together a long time and have a child together. But that means nothing in the government if you're not married.
Sorry. Partially burnt scroll. Your package is hidden in the small tree stump behind the courtyard pavilion. D. Ooh, there's a tree stump.
Can I continue?
Yeah, sorry.
And so to me, it's like you should get married if you feel really strongly about the person, you think they're the right person to be with. Whether or not you like agree with the concept of marriage to begin with. Like I was saying to Nathan that before we are married, like obviously our families, like his family and my family, obviously we both care about each other's families in an important way, and we will support each other when the time comes for like my parents to be like in hospital or dying, because my parents are more elderly than his parents, and I will also care about his parents when they get sick, and his mum often gets sick anyway, and she's more likely to be hospitalized rather than Nathan's stepfather, right? But like the thing is, I wouldn't have much of a say in how things work in terms of like funeral plans or anything like that, or just hospital visits or anything like that, because I'm not Nathan's wife. I will be, but if I was never going to be, I would not have a say at all in any of how it went down. Like, obviously, people in my family would care about my opinions, at least some of them would. It wouldn't mean anything because I'm not married to the family, so I can't really do anything about it. And the same goes for Nathan, like, he would obviously support me and care about what was happening, but wouldn't be able to interfere. And I said to him that my family would, like, not kick him out or anything of the conversations because I'm there, but I think the atmosphere would be quite cold towards him because they would likely see him as interfering because he hasn't married me. So like it's technically, or I guess legally, not his business, right?
I would certainly, my opinion wouldn't be like weighted in any way, shape or form. And like, I'm not trying to say that I'd ever actually necessarily have opinions on how things are going or anything like that. But as someone who loves you and cares for you, it's my job, my privilege to be there to support you. And through extension them, or by extension them as well. And like, I wouldn't necessarily be granted that access without that legal connection.
Yeah.
Also, there is crying coming from behind this door, so I'm assuming that we're about to have a conversation. So, I'm sorry to pause there. Ah! I found her! Oh, it's you. I'm sorry. You killed that monster. Thank you. I heard the guardian of the first tower was slain by you. Maybe you can also defeat the Demon King. I want to help you. Here, take this. I found it while searching this tower. I think it will help you get into the next warden. You can crawl through the pool drains to travel through this tower. Ugh. It was either this wheel or the black one that controls the water on this floor. Now I will head back to the tea house. If you want to see me, you can find me there. Oh, I almost forgot. Take this talisman. The priest gave it to me. Oh yeah, the priest. I forgot about him. You just have to hold it in your hand and repeat the incantation. It'll teleport you back to the tea house. Now that is useful. Yes, I could have used it to escape, but I was scared and couldn't remember the incantation. Farewell. Well, it's a good job they decided to put that in there. And she remembered it. Good. What's in here? Anything nice? Anything good? Ginseng tea. Shirikodama. Fuck yeah. Sorry, yeah. Continue. So, yeah. Sorry. That's done. We can continue. If you had more you wanted to say.
Yeah, so, like, I was saying, because, like, my parents, like, eventual, like, death and, like, any kind of, like, illness and stuff they have, it's my responsibility as their child, because I live I live the closest. We only live, like,
half an hour.
half an hour away from them, so, and everyone else in my family lives up north, so they live, like, several hours away. And because we live in the UK, that means it's even, like, usually double the amount it would say anyway.
Usually takes about 4 hours to get to your part of the country from here.
If you're lucky, anyway. So it would be my responsibility solely because I live the closest, and I would be able to help them because I have, Nathan to be able to drive us to the hospital and stuff like that, which also isn't that far from where we live in England. So it would be the most convenient until my other family members could get down here and help as best they could and do stuff. So because they're my responsibility, it's just like I would have to do stuff and Nathan would have to be there, but he would often, like, what would likely happen is that we would be talking to a solicitor and they'd ask what Nathan's relevance is, and I'd say, well, he's my partner, and they would be like, are you married? No. Well, he can't be here, I'm sorry, he's gonna have to wait outside. And then I would lose my support and I would feel like a fucking flopping fish. Like, I would be able to do it, but it would be a lot harder without him there to support me, and I wouldn't be able to involve him in the conversations because we're not married, so legally we wouldn't be able to because, outsider opinion, which is not allowed, because it's not family. But since we are getting married, that means he would be legally allowed to sit in the conversations and support me and help me with things I might ask him. And, like, maybe help support my other family members, for example. And I would be able to do the same for him with his family if we were also married and I was there. And also, like, when it comes to hospital visits, in the UK at least, they're like, only people who are family or, like, spouses of family can go in. So, like, you can have other people who are not those categories, but, like, it's at a later time usually, and it's usually like a separate thing just for like safety reasons and security reasons, and also like airport security is since you mentioned it, which I didn't actually know.
Yeah, I will never forget. This is a story I shared with Pitch last night, but just over 10 years ago, a friend and I went to America to go to another friend's wedding, and we were approaching the security gate in Arkansas, in Little Rock Airport. And we had this one security guard looking at us, and he motioned for us to come over, so the pair of us approached. And I was like sticking close to my friend because at the time, she had only actually flown to another country once before, and never had actually dealt with something like, American airport security, which is a special kind of airport security. If you know, you know. And So as a result, I was trying to stick close to make sure that I could give her the support she needed and help her through the various bits and pieces. And this guy said he motioned to us for us to come over, and we both started approaching, and then he held up his hand and he's like, "Stop. Unless you share blood or a surname, you come one at a time." And obviously, we were then separated because we're not related and we weren't a couple or married or anything. So it meant that I had to then leave her to try and handle this situation on her own, which, like I said, it was funny the way that he worded it, and it's stuck with me ever since. But it can be quite harrowing when a random American airport security guard is just yelling at you like that. Can't believe I missed that. Panicking over there.
Yeah, so that's an interesting. I would be like so very scared in that kind of situation. Definitely not like like maybe to all of this really means much, but I don't see how when it's like surely you would like need it, right? Or like you would just find it really difficult to navigate stuff if like they couldn't do that stuff with you.
Antidote. I wonder. I'm just gonna try this quickly.
What also
that's poison.
What also never made sense to me with when I said to Nathan as well is that people who are like partnered up and stuff but not married will like complain about stuff like this when it's just like, yeah, but you gave up those rights like willingly by deciding not to marry. Like, what do you think is gonna happen? Like, I think like the other issue is a lot of people say, yeah, well, nothing really changes when you get married. It's just a piece of paper. It's like that piece of paper kind of matters a lot in a lot of legal situations. So, like, a lot of things do change. Like, I used to think that too, but there are a lot of things that are important that probably people don't think about regularly because they aren't faced with it yet. You know, like family illness and stuff like that. And it's like, and like it matters until. Like, it doesn't matter until it does, you know, that kind of thing. And people are just like, oh shit, maybe we should get married, you know? And then have like a quickie, like, marriage thing just because they didn't think it was better for us, it turns out.
Again, another story that I've told Paige before, but I used to work with this guy who, he was dating this woman, and the woman had an ex-partner with whom she'd had children. They were all older. They'd already like grown up and everything. But they never actually got married. And even though they weren't still together, like they still cared about each other. They were still like good friends and everything. And basically, what then happened was that he developed like terrible cancer and was due to die and was fairly well off. Like, he had this really good big house, he had, you know, a good amount of money and everything, more than enough to be able to support his remaining family. But due to the fact that they weren't actually married, he knew that when he died, like, she would basically lose access to everything. And throughout the course of his illness, she was actually one of his main carers, as well as her boyfriend, the guy that I was working with. He was helping to look after him as well because they were good friends, even though obviously he was, you know, with his ex. Interesting situation. But because the guy knew that, you know, the ex knew that it would be better for the girlfriend and their kids if his property and his wealth went to her, they wound up deciding to get married with, you know, my ex-colleague's blessing. In fact, my ex-colleague was like best man at this wedding. So while they were still together as a couple, she and her ex married so that when he eventually died, she would then inherit everything of his. And it's quite like a weirdly romantic in a way. Like, they ended up, like, for the last few months of his life, they ended up sharing the house, and like he lived in the basement level where he had the whole thing kitted out for his well-being, and they had the upper floors and everything. And basically they were all just living together as this strange, like, situation. But it was a really, really good thing for him to have done, because, like I said, it meant that when he eventually died, she got everything, and the kids were protected, and this guy had somewhere to move as well with his girlfriend, and who he could then officially be with once she was unfortunately a widow. But yeah, like the overall, like, not necessarily moral of the story, but like outcome of the story is just that, you know, it's such a benefit to people in certain ways to get married, to legally have that connection and that protection. Obviously, there are a lot of people out there who abuse it and should never be with people like that. And in those cases, it sucks. And there should be easier ways of getting out of it, but at the same time, there are still examples where. Also, that was my 2-hour mark.
Like, I have another cousin, right, who's like about to have his third child with his girlfriend. But here's the thing. My mum was saying to me, like, if he dies or gets in an accident or something, and the hero dies or something, he dies. Like, because they have a house together. But she said if he dies prematurely, his girlfriend and his kids will get nothing. Like, my cousin's assets would go to his father, who is a vindictive piece of alcoholic shit, who doesn't care about anyone except himself. He wouldn't give anything to his girlfriend or his grandchildren. He would just take it all himself and like spend it all on booze and like parties and shit. He is a really pathetic human being. And it's like, you just know that she would get nothing if my cousin died prematurely. And it's like, since you're about to have your third child together, fucking get married, Jesus. Like, I don't understand. Like, you have twins, and now you're pregnant with the third baby, but like, you're not gonna get married. Why? Like, you also have a house together, and it's like, I just don't get it. Like maybe it makes sense not to marry someone if like you're not planning on having children and not planning on like buying a house and everything. But like if you do have all that stuff, it's just like, why are you not doing it? Because like it doesn't have to mean much of anything to you. It can just be a piece of paper. That's it. You just have to go to like the registrar office and just get married and have like 2 weddings. If that's what you want. But like it doesn't have to be a huge thing. Like if you're just marrying for the actual benefits of it, yeah, you still love each other, but you aren't getting married because it means a huge thing to you like it does to me and Nathan. Like I'm marrying Nathan solely because I'm in love with him and I want to be his wife. Like the benefits are like a huge plus, but they're not my driving force wanting to get married. I'm not like, quick, we should get married so that we have these benefits and I don't like lose out on certain things, whatever. I'm like doing it because I've wanted to for years and we love each other. The things that come with it are just the really good things about it, as well as like having a lifelong marriage with each other. But like, so like it doesn't have to be that way for anyone if you don't want it to be. Like, if you just want like a quickie marriage just so that like you're secure and you have these things available to you, then yeah, you should do that. And you shouldn't have to make it a big deal if you don't want to. Because people will just understand if you wanted to do it quickly because you have children, you have a house, and anything could happen, right? And that's why I just don't get it. Like, it doesn't have to be something that takes over your entire life and you're worried about. Like, I just think it's so strange that people just won't get married to people when they have these things that, like, it could easily just be fucked up if the person dies prematurely or something.
Yes. And on that joyous note.
Sorry, I'm just confused.
I know. I don't have any answers, I'm afraid. But on that joyous note, I'm afraid we're going to have to leave you for for a week now.
Why a week?
Because I'm not going to be able to do it on Thursday, am I? Because we're busy doing stuff on Thursday.
Isn't today your streaming day?
Yeah, today's the streaming day. And Thursday would be the streaming day. But Thursday we're doing wedding stuff.
Oh yeah.
Friday we're doing wedding stuff. Saturday we're doing wedding stuff. Sunday we're doing post-wedding stuff. So then the next time I'm really going to be able to stream will be next Tuesday.
I can't remember, but you're off on Monday?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I'm going to need to recover.
My dad is as well, because I was talking to my mom about that. I said I couldn't remember exactly what day it was. I thought you were back at work on Monday, but...
No, I'm off until Tuesday. But yes. So that means I will see you all again next Tuesday for some more Labyrinth of the Demon King. Obviously now that we're out of the first tower, shit's opening up and I'm super hyped to see what else comes up. Having access to this tea house is an interesting change of pace. This is my new weapon, which I'm really enjoying. As of next week, you won't have to worry about listening to us talk about wedding prep anymore, although there will be post-wedding stuff, and I'm sure there's bound to be a few wedding stories to share, which will be very exciting.
Yeah, I'm worried about walking down the aisle, but I'm sure it'll be okay.
She'll be fine. She's got her parents, she's got friends and family who love her and care about her, and there'll be me at the end of it, which I know is the most horrifying thing of all, but not for her. So it'll be wonderful. It'll be lovely. I cannot wait. I'm very excited.
Me too. I'm nervous, but I'm mostly excited.
Yeah. But on that note, is there anything else you would like to add?
No, I'm just sorry for the rant about stuff.
It's fine. We love rants, don't we? We're all about the rants.
It's just something I discussed with my mom today, and I was just so confused. I just find it baffling.
As for me, I hope you guys have yourselves a wonderful rest of the week. I hope you don't get trapped in crazy, disgusting bathhouses and get attacked by crazy ladies who may or may not be carrying a burden of a dead child. I hope everything goes smoothly, and I hope you get an opportunity to spend some time with some loved ones who you haven't seen in a while, like we are going to. But until next time, bye-bye. Bye-bye.